Hey, this is Nick Nilsson, Mad Scientist of Muscle, and what I've got for you here is a training program problem that I've been trying to solve for literally years, and that is the shearing force on the knee during a leg extension. Now, in order to minimize shearing force, you want hamstring activation. The trouble with hamstring activation on a leg extension, obviously, is those are two very opposing movements, knee flexion and knee extension. So what we're going to do here is a novel way to activate the hamstrings via hip extension, which is the other major function of the hamstrings. So while you're doing a leg extension, you are going to be using a band in a very specific way to activate the hamstrings via subtle hip extension. It works. It actually really takes the stress off the knees. If you like the leg extension, but you find it is hard on the knees, you're going to want to get a band and give this one a try. It's actually really, really effective. So, 42-inch band, pretty decent size thickness. For my setup here, I can loop it just right around the back of the seat. Now, comes the fun part. Hook the band underneath your heels. And don't do that. Okay, we're going to edit that part out. Alright, so hook the band underneath the heels. You're going to want this band to go right over top of the edge of the seat, because this is kind of like a scooping movement where you're going to be pushing against the band with your heels in that hip extension function. So here's what it looks like. Extend up. You can even use your hands to pull more on the band and get more tension. Essentially, you're just doing that. I'll roll up the shorts a bit. As you can see, you're getting knee extension using the quads as you come up. As you push with the quads, this pulling with the band is almost like a leg press where you're pushing with the glutes and the hamstrings. So combined, these two movements actually make for really balanced loading in the knee joint. So you can do a full set like this, and it'll actually be relatively easy on the knees, especially compared to a regular leg extension. So just do it as you normally would. Like I said, you can get more traction, more tension on the hamstrings by grabbing the bands and adding a little pull. And you can push the quads really hard without nearly the same kind of effect and the same kind of torque as you get in a regular unbalanced leg extension. So if you got a band and you got an appropriate setup for this, give this one a try. If you don't have a back you can go around, you can just loop it around your body and hold on to the bands. That works quite well as well. Alright, so that's all well and good with lightweight. Now you're probably asking, does this also hold up with heavier weight? And the answer is yes. I got 5 plates on the machine here. What I've also done is added a second thick band onto the setup here so that I'm getting more tension in through the hamstrings to help balance that heavier load. So, let's get this set up here. Exact same looping strategy. Get the bands underneath your heels. Okay, granted there was more setup involved obviously, but here's what it looks like. Much better balanced loading on the quads as you're doing the exercise. So to give you an idea, if I were to do it without that, I literally can't even move this. However, with the bands attached, it counterbalances with the hamstrings, gives you more strength, more lockdown force in the knee joint. So you can do this exercise even with heavy weight very, very effectively. So bottom line, if you've been avoiding a leg extension, but you actually maybe want to give it a try again, get yourself a band and give this one a shot. I was actually really surprised at how well it worked, and it literally solves a problem I've been trying to fix for a long, long time. So like I said, give this one a shot, and I'd be very curious to hear, if you do try it, how it works for you.